All right. Hello. Are we here? Can people hear me? Are we even real right now? What is even real? Good evening, guys. Welcome to another week. Another week of hanging out on stream in the year of our bun 2026. There's a cutie voice. Oh, shush. Shush. Do some dailies. I do need to get back to doing my own dailies as well, but that's neither here nor there. Welcome into the stream, guys. Hope you all are having a good week so far. It's only Tuesday, but you know what they say about Tuesday. I actually don't know what they say about Tuesday, so we're just gonna change over to the main screen over here, if you don't mind. I hope you're all doing well. Oh Jesus, the lag and the model lag and what the heck? Oh, it's probably because of Spotify. Okay, hang on. Here, we'll turn off the Spotify. I really gotta find an alternative. You're gonna look for a bit? Alright. Thank you, Diva. Jake and the lads. Yes, we are doing basically a lads marathon this week as far as getting caught up on the MSQ. So we're for the first 4 streams this week. So that's today, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's gonna be a lot of lads MSQ ground being covered. So if you're cool with that, you're more than welcome to hang out. It's always appreciated. If that's not your vibe, then don't worry. We got Minecraft on Sunday, and then we'll be back to our regular craziness next week. So just an FYI, we are going to be making a big push to be caught up on the MSQ this week. Also, thanks for lurking, Yellow Flash. Enjoy your lurk. But yeah, that's what we're up to this week. It's a big MSQ push because I want to get that done and dusted, because we did make some talks of plans this year for some stuff within the server, and I would like to reclaim my Friday nights as a community night. So yeah, so that's the plan. That's the plan. We're gonna get caught up on MSQ, and then get our Friday nights back for community nights in the Discord. Which, by the way, if you are not already in the Discord, please feel free to join. That is where we like to hang out and talk about stuff when we are not on stream. It's where I usually share like my content and stuff like that, or talk about what we're up to, hobbies. We got a couple like game related spaces in there if you're into the ARPGs or MMOs and that kind of stuff. Mostly we've been on a bit of a little Diablo kick recently, so if you're into the Diablo ARPGs, you're more than welcome to hop in on that and give your 2 cents or just talk about whatever's going on with your day. I definitely want to make a push this year with making the Discord a bit more, like, a little bit more lively on my end. So I'm gonna give that my best go at making the Discord a little more lively for you guys. Alright, I think with all that innies, hoozles, beesies, and general statements, we're ready to get into the lads. Are you guys ready to stare at the MP4 men? Are you ready to see their stories? Hello, hello! Yes, hello over there on YouTube. We're just getting ready to get started on the action with the Love and Deep Space because we're going on a big Love and Deep Space MSQ tear this week. We're gonna try to get caught up. Try to get caught up on MSQ. That way I can reclaim my Friday nights for community nights. Any hoodles, beesies. Is there anything I'm forgetting, chat? Anything that we need to retread, catch up on? Any news you guys want to bring up? Men, yes. Also, hello, Rayla. How are you doing? Are you ready to see more of your men's tonight? I think we're going to see more of your men's tonight. I know we're working towards one specific men's who has not rejoined the cast of the men's, but will eventually rejoin the cast of the men's. Who knows? We might see that men's this week. Big men's push this week. This is a good week for the men's enjoyers. Whoop. All right. All right, let me just get justified here. So we finished out this past weekend the 3 different branching paths for this whole thing for Eye of the Storm. So we're ready to push on through, as it were. And let me just justify things in my headset real quick. There we go. Guys, is the game volume good enough for you? Here, real quick. We'll get Silas to make sure. Silas, the one time I need you to actually speak, you just let me down, man. What the heck? Okay, bud. All right, well. Sefskin's here. I am staying as safe as it. What did you do? The Raphael branch? How did I miss it? Yeah, we did do the fishy branch. It was I think we did it Friday actually, because I pivoted on Saturday to do more lads to get caught up, and I think that was mostly the Xavier branch. But I did finish up the Raphael on Friday, yeah. Land of Secret Flames. Where he was like, oh, ooh, my scary fish god powers. And we were like, oh, okay, your scary fish god powers. Okay. Hey, Rathlon, how you doing? But yeah, that's where we're at. Alright. I think we're ready to get rolling. Doing good, just boiling. Behold. Fish, yes, fish. Doing good, just boiling some water for rice. Ooh, rice. Okay. Well, what you making tonight that you need the rice for? I'm curious. I'm very curious. Need something to eat but don't want anything major? Ah. Alright. After several Aether Core fragments were retrieved, Special Operations shifted its focus onto Ever. Their involvement in every recent Aether Core incident was far too frequent to be a mere consistent. You could say that they were involved every time. Chat, that was your warning shot. There's a lot more of that coming. Well, in case you want to know what that stuff's about, I recommend watching all the stuff in D's Myth Watch Along playlist. Yeah, like if I get curious about it, I'll be sure to check that out. Thank you, Rahela. This business conglomerate, I can read. I'm capable of such a thing. Which started in the biotech industry, isn't as clean as it appears at first glance.
Our positions aside, Ever's technological advancements are pretty impressive.
Well, apparently they got Simone convinced they must have their own railguns built at this point. Simone sits next to me, slipping some ice cream into her mouth as she jabs the computer screen in front of me. Jab, jab, punch it, punch it. They don't even have the cool railguns. Punch it. At this moment, Ever's biannual product launch is about to be broadcast worldwide.
They can achieve things proficiently with machines, when people with Evol couldn't.
Ew, technological advancement.
Machines?
Andrew's voice came from behind a row of translucent displays. Andrew, we see that gotcha you got pulled up in the back there.
Based on what I can tell, it's not possible for them to make consecutive technological breakthroughs in such a short period of time. Not through
Hang on, I
normal
gotta turn
means,
this
at
up.
least.
It's a little quiet. Is it quiet for you guys? Let's see, but make not their normal means at least. Well, maybe they just have like some very dedicated people.
The frequency in ways wanderers have been appearing these past few
All right,
months
we'll notch it up just a
steadily
smidge.
increase.
I said a smidge, not like a whole decibel. Thank you. During the broadcast, the spokesperson holds up a device that's about the size of a bottle cap.
We'd like to introduce to you our newly designed portable flux stabilizer.
Any relation to the flux capacitor?
It can regulate the frequency of surrounding metaflux fluctuations, thereby stabilizing the protofield and reducing the likelihood of wanderer materialization.
Ooh, okay, it's a wanderer mitigator. Now that wait on them to get ready. Welcome back, Rethlon. The audience erupts in thunderous applause. Meanwhile, away from the screen, I exchanged knowing glances with my team members. But are there men involved? Epoma! They aren't doing this out of the kindness of their hearts. Ha! We might as well start planning our early retirement party. Ain't that right, fellas? That's right. I'm already looking at my 401k and all that stuff. Medical benefits when I retire and stuff. Still gotta deal with that biznitch of a heart condition, but you know, life's looking pretty upwards for Millhouse over here. Notice on one of the monitors it's not work related. You go, that guy's playing Galaga. Didn't think we'd notice. We'll go with this one. Sounds like it operates on the same principle as the devices that attract wanderers, but has the opposite effect. One might say their nefarious plan is to do the opposite with these caps. And then when you leave, he goes back to playing Galaga. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Or he pulls up his own gacha, you know, like, we got the men gacha up here, and he just pulls up something like Nikkei. Ever made this gadget, and we're supposed to believe it's for the greater good? As if. I'll never believe in them. Ever! They aren't doing this out of the kindness of their hearts. Simone frowns at the screen.
This is nothing but a blatant provocation. We barely had time to suspect something was off before they brought out this product launch.
Yeah, they're being brazen about it too. It's like they're daring us to keep investigating with what we know so far. Or it's that one real creepy guy who was kind of tailing us when we were on Zane's route, and who's kind of like, yes, maybe now she'll actually notice my scientific advancements. I forget whether that guy was involved with that ever or not. Yep. Sup, dog? Eater, good to see you, buddy. How you been? Cats have done nothing weird. Proceeds to do something weird. Well, Puma, that's your usual MO. I hate to say that. As soon as Simone and I hear Captain Jenna's voice coming from the entrance, we stand up behind the screens. Andrew nods at Jenna. I'm alive. Been trying to keep productive? Hell yeah, man. I hear that. I'm right there with you. Captain? Captain?
The fact that they're hosting a high-profile product launch means they've already covered their tracks. They wouldn't take this risk if there were a possibility of us finding incriminating evidence.
The creep in Zane's branch was involved with Xander Sciences. Okay, whichever is a parent company for. I remember there was some connection, but didn't remember, like, the complete connection. Thanks for reminding me. Meanwhile, Jenna's just kind of like, Nani? The text is right there for you to read. You better start reading. It's right there. Look, it's right there. Jenna walks over to the command desk and places a thick folder on it. The three of us gather around her.
The analysis report for the previous fragments has just come out. Let's take a look.
Yes. She taps the command desk twice, and a irregular spherical structure appears before us. It's the next gotcha. Get ready to pull.
They're from the same ether core. Based on its characteristics, we're officially naming it Spatium Core.
Spatium Core. Is that a new genre of metalcore I haven't heard about? You know, do they use lots of breakdowns, lots of synths, or do they just use clips of men? A spatium core that can manipulate space. Oh, then that's just Born of Osiris. I know of at least 3 different ether cores now. As more ether cores appear, it's only a matter of time before the public becomes aware of this extraordinary energy source.
It's just that the fragments of the Spatium Core are held together by some kind of gravitational pull.
She points to the center of several fragments.
Right here. One fragment is missing.
Gee, I wonder, where that, where that one fragment, could be. Jenna leans forward, looking at us again.
Special Operations' next objective is clear. We must recover this crucial ether core fragment before further complications arise.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Oh, right. There's something you need to know.
With quick reflexes, Simone intercepts Andrew, distracting him under the pretense of exploring new avenues for weapon enhancement with the recently collected data. Alright, Andrew, time to get off the gotcha. We got work to do. No ends. Real nice chill music tonight, chat. Real smooth vibes. When only we remain in the meeting room, Jenna pauses before activating her watch.
There's more. I couldn't talk about it during the meeting. But it's something you need to know.
Are you the sixth love interest? A message is transmitted to my watch at her gesture. The words, "Ever Secret Investigation Report," float in front of me.
A line in there involves what happened at your house that day.
You mean the incident in which they blew up my brother and my grandmother?
Anyway, I've sent it to your hunter's watch. You can read it when you're home.
Yeah, sure. I'm really looking forward to reliving that day. Understood. Thick clouds swallow up the remaining patches of sky. It's dark now, and the wind sweeps away the last remnants of the sunset. All that remains is a bleak white. The weather forecast said there will be heavy rain. Not the heavy rain! Jason! I saw a post about that earlier where they're like, they were showing the Steam listing for heavy rain, and it's like barely under, it's just barely like $1, and they're like, look, you need to be careful about this. I know the price is super low, but you have to be aware about this. If you get this, it installs heavy rain on your computer. Sean! I actually have that on my PS4, and I think it would make for a fun stream game one of these days. At some point, the streets have become quiet. It's as if people sense the approaching storm and are now hiding. I can see lightning in the distance as it flashes under a cloud. Thunder roars closer again. I should go home. As I'm about to move, a sound presses against my heart like a string, sending a shiver down my spine. Feels like a fun game to play while inebriated in some way. Maybe. I've actually stepped away from drinking alcohol. I've actually, chat, you don't know this about me, but I've been alcohol free since, I want to say 2023. Yeah, largely alcohol free since 2023. Which means all this weirdness and chicanery and stuff that you see from me, that's all sober thoughts. This is all natural. My heart responds to that eye. The world around me fades, but the call I hear becomes clearer. It's behind that. Somewhere in the distance lies the power of the Eighth Core. Well, I mean, I was about to say Estinian, but you know. Yeah, like, I gave it up for like more personal reasons, like not that my health was at risk or anything like that, or it was a bad habit. It was more because I wanted to give it up to support Lynn's, because her medication, they generally recommend that she not drink, that kind of stuff. So I figured, like, you know, make life a little bit easier on her and not have somebody around her who's actively taking part in that, and, you know, have some solidarity. Anyways, we gotta beat up these things real quick. Hello, Silas. Dragon Mans. Sending in this level 50 tune to go beat up these level 18 mobs. Gee, I wonder how that one's gonna go. One thing I would recommend doing before you start Act 4. Okay, Rahela. Speak your mind. What do we got waiting for us? What kind of chicanery?
Entertaining as it is, it's still not enough.
Doomsday?
Descends.
It's your turn.
Freaking smoked him.
You say so. Look out.
I was just careless.
You're too close. That's my spot.
That was quick.
I haven't even caught the scent of fear yet.
You know, just doing normal girly pop things like swinging around a greatsword. I would recommend going to the World Underneath button at the bottom left of the story screen. The World Underneath. Reading at least the 6th story called Sealed in Dust. Well, I mean, we do got tonight and 3 other streams ahead of us, so I guess we can take time to do the to do that for a little bit. Is it extra context, or would it be something I can like catch up later and be like, oh, that makes sense in terms of now that I've caught up on MSQ? Extra context? Okay. I might take you up on that and maybe do that tomorrow when I'm off stream, and kind of just keep rolling on through while I'm with stuff on stream, just mainline MSQ, just for the extra context.
Entertaining as it is, it's still not enough.
We know, Silas, nothing's ever enough for you. You and your bad habit of sitting at the TV in the housing
You
system.
say so.
Here comes a big guy.
Good. Now this feels like a worthy opponent.
I'll show you. That was quick.
It was actually
I
available to
haven't
read when the
even
game
caught
first
the
launched.
scent of
Oh,
fear
really?
yet.
Huh. So it won't spoil future plot points? Okay. Yeah, then that's something I feel like I might just do, like, some extra reading when I'm, like, on my ownsies. Between streamsies. just for the extra reading, because right now it is goddamn slow at work, so that might give me something to do. But thanks for pointing that out, Rayla. Oh, nice. 50 gems. Delicious. So the one you're saying I should look at. Well, I'm not looking at, like, what's the current card anyway? Are we still on the, Yeah, we're still on Throne of Arrows. We got how many days left of that? 7 days. Okay. Yeah, I might go on a power run. Jake. Hey, HK, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna go on a power run of World Underneath on my own time. Whoa! I forgot to fix that green screen. Do recommend reading all of them eventually, but Sealed in Dust is the most pertinent about what you do. Naruhodo, Sealed in Dust. In fact, I'm going to write that down. I'm going to do the thing that I say I should do, but never actually do, and I'm going to write that down per your suggestion. It's poignant. Alright, so this puts us right here at Homecoming Wings. Guys, we got these 2 blocks here, and then we got Death and Rebirth, and then we got Tua yesterday. I think we can do it this week. I gotta believe! Oh, well, first things we gotta do is download the resources, so, you know, just a little bit of a slowdown. Also, HK, how you doing? HK, I saw you in Boneless's stream the other night. Kind of talking him through Path of Exile. How did that go? Because I couldn't stick around very long. Yeah, I got him to play it. Nice. My vision goes dark. Every blur as the universe finds a strange stillness in its chaos, and then it fades to nothing. A strong resonance pulses through my body. It stirs fragmented memories that drift like fading apparitions. What is this, Wuthering Waves? A pale planet appears, strange yet familiar. And then there's an overwhelming force as silent as a black hole. Black hole. It's a massive, artificial eye. Alright, who blew up the background? It's been a while since I dreamed about the explosion. Looking back, those roaring flames feel like a surreal, distant nightmare. You know, just as casually, it was like, you know, it's been a minute. It's kind of like, I was kind of thinking, it's been a while since I thought about the explosion. Kind of weird how that happened. Chat, what's the deal with the explosions? Somebody sort of popped the background. Hey, honey, how you feeling? Getting good rest? Guys, Lindsay is down under the weather. Please send her some love. Looking back, those Roaring flames feel like a surreal, distant nightmare. The searing heat in my dreams is still vivid. Because the pain in my heart is gone. Not gonna lie, I forgot how to spell your name for a second. Oh, goodness, Lindsay. But the pain in my heart is gone. Maybe it's because the Aether Core within me has achieved full power. To investigate and deal with anomalous incidents related to the Aether Cores, the Association secretly began Operation Aether Ordeal. Over the past few months, we swiftly and discreetly handled numerous anomalies and documented information about a new Aether Core. We termed it the Spatium Core. After completing several investigations, I learned how seemingly unrelated issues were connected in surprising ways. Silas's brief absence gave the forces who coveted the Aether Core in the M109 zone an opening. Xavier's former teammates, who have gone separate ways, possess cutting-edge protocore technology, and their goals extended just beyond targeting Xavier. Oh, beyond targeting Xavier. The strange black crystals are deeply connected to the old battle, causing Zane's nightmares to worsen. And with the watchful eyes of some secret observers, Raphael is forced to quietly search for the power sealed within the Tome of the Sea God. When traced back to their sources, these unrelated threads are connected to one massive entity, Ever. The limited amount of evidence we have also suggests that Ever was the true mastermind behind the Bloom Shore District explosion. Ever, you owe me a new brother.
It's been a week since the explosion in the Cascade District. The Farscape fleet still has that region under lockdown. No updates, no details revealed about the investigation. The public is demanding answers.
We demand it!
Is the new fleet colonel defying the Hunters Association by prohibiting hunters from investigating? Would you say tensions are rising?
I mean, they definitely aren't lowering.
Deal with those reporters.
Understood.
The entire garden has been blown to bits. Hey, rookie, go investigate.
Yes, Captain. Excuse me, investigation time. Chat, be careful of flashing lights. The fleet uniform doesn't quite fit me. I subtly roll up my sleeve and push aside the rubble as I make my way into the garden. The energy trail I can resonate with is faint, but it's similar to the one belonging to an Aether Core. The source must be over here.
It's gonna rain tomorrow evening, and all traces will be washed away. Make sure to be done before then.
Make sure to be what? You kind of had a rapid fader movement there where I lost the last bit of your sentence. The garden is in ruins. I bend down to dodge the fleet soldiers and crime scene investigators wearing white gloves on the other side of a hedge. Over the hedge. It's right behind these bushes. The burnt vines twist through the vegetation. The silent oppression swallows even the faintest of sounds. Part the vines. Behind the layer of leaves and petals, it's as if a small hand darts along the tangled branches. I quickly reach out, but my fingers touch another scorched wall. That brief, vaguely familiar energy fluctuation ripples through the air before vanishing. I knew it. Sky. Oh, sorry, got yawn. A metaflux explosion occurred at Villa Area 6, Cascade District, Skyhaven. 2 young siblings were home. One was injured and hospitalized while the other is missing. The parents are unreachable. The Skyhaven branch suspects an Aether Core at the site and requests assistance from headquarters for the investigation.
The dispatch request for the explosion incident has already been denied. And I know the details of this case are almost identical to what happened to you.
Leaning against the control desk, Jenna slides a holographic screen in front of my eyes.
Rushing to Skyhaven at this critical juncture isn't a wise decision. If I suggested you don't get involved for now, would you consider it?
I would consider it, but given my track record for judgment... I'm sorry, Captain. Seeing the glaring denied on the screen, I tried to calm myself. But even if it's unrelated to that incident, it might involve the Aether Core. There's no reason for the association to object.
It's not them who are interfering. It's the Far Space Fleet's doing.
The Far Space Fleet? Well, why don't we call the Near Space Fleet?
Skyhaven is a floating artificial island that consumes a large amount of energy. The fleet controls its power supply, which grants them a substantial amount of authority. Their new colonel, who's still in the deep space tunnel, is concerned about the confidential information related to the fleet, and so he prevents hunters from investigating.
Gotcha. I mean, you know, he's still in the deep space tunnel. He doesn't have to know about it. Seeing my unwavering determination, Jenna shows a rare instance of exasperation. She sighs.
In other words, you'll encounter more than just Wanderers should you choose to enter Skyhaven. If you're sure about this, then I can approve your request for a long vacation.
We won't just encounter Wanderers, chat. We'll encounter bureaucracy. Thank you, Captain. The day I arrived in Skyhaven coincided with the new fleet's cadets reporting for duty. They formed a neat line along the transfer platform. While hidden in the shadows and thinking about how to blend in, I received unexpected help from a recruit who decided to desert. In exchange for my silence, I took her place and successfully moved into the temporary living quarters for the new cadets. When tasks were assigned, I relied on these cadets' burning ambition for flight duties, so that I was left with the unwanted ground support role. As it happened, As a result, I was brought to the explosion site in the Cascade District. I can read. I'm able to. Blech. I never imagined I'd find myself in Skyhaven for a reason like this. Caleb. A cold metal chain touches my neck. It's the necklace I once gave to Caleb. I read good. I read very good. I do very good reading and literaturing. I can syntax. I miss you.
Find anything, rookie?
You know, just signs of exploded brother. I mean... With a stern expression, the captain walks over. I come to my senses and shake my head. Captain, I haven't seen anything suspicious.
Keep your eyes peeled and give it another once-over.
Absolutely.
If you miss anything, it won't be just you facing the consequences when the Colonel's starship returns.
Yes, Captain. I don't know what's with this new colonel. Since he's butting heads with the association, it's probably better to avoid him. I definitely sensed an Aether Core earlier. If they blocked off the area because of it, I'd need to move fast. I have a question, Captain. Usually explosions like these involve casualties or people who are severely injured. How can there be individuals who have gone missing? How did the fleet confirm this? I also heard we weren't sent here to test for traces of...
Don't poke your nose in places where it doesn't belong. Mind your own business.
Well, okay. As expected, everyone in the fleet is keeping quiet about the circumstances surrounding the explosion.
Captain, a suspect just appeared. He showed up in HQ.
Oh,
What did you just say?
he showed up in high quality.
The Colonel's starship will be on the HQ's runway in 10 minutes. Command issued an emergency order. We need to head back and deal with the intruder before the Colonel returns.
They're already here. If things get too chaotic, I might be able to use it to my advantage. Up, cutscene time.
Colonel, everything is ready. We'll be landing in Skyhaven without a problem.
Do we have any leads yet on the traitor who almost sank us in?
Hey, hey, game, writers, even. I wanna take a minute here. I wanna nudge at something real quick. You know, to make a little suggestion, maybe. You know, especially when hiding and building up to a big plot point reveal is maybe don't do this with your ally that's coming up. You know, maybe try to obfuscate that a little better, you know? But this is mostly for the localization team. I don't know if the actual, like, base dev team hit his name or not. It's like, you say this like you don't see Caleb and his girl. I know what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from on that, Rahela. But it's also like if you want to build up, like, you know, tangible, good, like, narrative flow and that kind of stuff, like, you're just, like, dropping it here. I understand, like, the whole Colonel uniform thing, but the build up to the context is also, like, critical, I feel. You know what I mean? It's just all like, if you're gonna have a twist, at least, you know, execute the twist well and not, like, give it the frick away right here, you know? But that's just me. That's my 2 cents. What if we just pretend to be shocked when he's revealed? Like, whoa, how can we beat it out? It's kind of like, you know, acting surprised when it was revealed Alejandro Saab was the new guy voicing Deadpool in Marvel Rivals. What? No, I'm shocked. Sayu's voicing Deadpool in Marvel Rivals? No, couldn't be. No.
In deep space 3 days ago.
I'm afraid not. Maybe our navigation was off. It could have also been unexpected turbulence.
This trip was a test for the new fleet, Colonel. The old guard are looking forward to me not coming back. Unfortunately for them, I already danced with death once. I won't die again. It doesn't matter if you succeed or fail. You've chosen treason, so the consequences are still the same. You don't need to return to Skynet.
Some long for longevity before fading to dust. Some long for eternal sleep past eulogy of the design. Yep. I remember, Rahela, this is one of your boys. Your boy is here. Your boy has arrived. Going back to that Alejandro comment earlier, I had a realization, chat. I had a bit of a realization because back in the early days of the anime industry with English voice actors, the one voice actor you just could not escape was Laura Bailey. So, is it inaccurate to say nowadays that Alejandro is the new Laura Bailey. All right. The fleet's commander center is located in the highest guard station. Would you want to escape Laura Bailey? No. No. Just like Ben Stars and Troy Baker? Maybe. I'm not saying, like, you want to escape from them. It's just that you see them literally everywhere, which is the comparison I'm making. Not that you'd want to avoid them. It's just, like, you find them literally everywhere. Should I get Vintage Story or Hightail? Tough decision. The island itself is surrounded by bright sunlight and cold air. A tall, thin man at the edge of the runway, his right hand raised high like a tree touching the sky. It trembles in the wind. The sniper had already taken position before we arrived. The suspect is clutching a detonator in his right hand, so they haven't taken the shot. Captain, he's wearing a fleet uniform. Is he one of ours?
Storing weapons in his private arsenal and placing explosives in residential areas. Those are poised to provoke outsiders so they'll be dissatisfied with the fleet and the new colonel.
Oh no.
All units, the chance to prove yourselves is here. Pull yourself together, maggots!
Sing kumbaya, my lord. I wonder who the suspect really is and if he holds important info about this mysterious group.
They made me. The fleet forced me.
They forced me to not shower. The fleet made him?
Look at the poor bastard. Driven mad by spending too much time in the deep space tunnel.
Oh, okay, that explains it. He was in the deep space tunnel too much.
Block all entrances and exits. Make sure no one sets foot on the runway.
Following the captain's orders, the entire runway is quickly surrounded by an impenetrable net. Impenetrable. Suddenly, a loud buzzing fills the air. Wait a minute. This guy looks awfully like my brother, but considerably less blown up. Under the spectacle of lights, the new fleet colonel who's been widely discussed steps out of the sleek black starship. In an orderly fashion, he approaches the man at the edge of the runway. His words are muffled by the wind.
Joseph, you were chosen to be the pilot of a year-long deep space tunnel observation mission. Your outstanding performance 3 years ago was proof of your capabilities.
Oh god. Chad, he's doing the most devastating thing ever. He's giving him a performance view on the runway! His voice sounds familiar. The crowd blocks my view, and I can only catch a glimpse of the figure through the gaps. His silver armbands reflects a dazzling light.
You would have enjoyed the privileges befitting a skilled officer after your return. But 2 months ago, your wife and child died in the fleet's brig.
Damn!
Believing you revealed the fleet's secrets during your mission, you put your family under house arrest. They had died as a result. You're the person behind the Cascade District's explosion, yes? And you were trying to make a statement to the fleet by attacking its members.
You know why.
this guy's over here just turning into Gollum. Joseph sounds as if his vocal cords have been torn. His sound unpleasant to the ear. His voice is unpleasant to the ear.
And yet the information I collected tells a different story. After your mission ended 2 years ago, you were suffering from the effects of long-term exposure to cosmic radiation. Your memories were severely affected. Hence, you received a prescription for the psychotropic drug Cybazin at the medical center. But you went ahead and increased the dosage on your own.
Ah, it's a real Cybazin problem.
You probably weren't aware that a Cybazin addiction can lead to cognitive dissonance and confusion. That's why, after your overdose, you accidentally killed your wife and child.
Oh, he was hallucinating.
When you recovered, you created a lie to escape from the pain of what you've done.
He speaks calmly, and then everything becomes quiet.
No, that's not possible. You made me do it.
You know, I made the joke about him turning into Gollum earlier, and then we just go with that line. Okay.
You planted a mind control device in me. It's that chip.
Joseph's hoarse voice is interrupted. Reality instantly distorts behind him as a black hole appears, its edges blurred.
Enough. You don't need to defend yourself anymore.
As soon as the colonel finishes speaking, the man and the detonator are consumed by the black hole in the blink of an eye. It quickly closes, and the clear sky reappears once more. But now the edge of the runway is empty.
Lock down the command center. We still have an unidentified traitor with us.
See, this is what you should have done earlier in the earlier scene. The order is cold, and everyone snaps out of their days. My palms start to sweat. Mom spaghetti. And my heart races. Mom spaghetti. There's only one thought in my mind. Mom spaghetti! I need to make a move. Whoever he's talking about, once they start digging, my cover's blown for sure. I need to make a move. Now. Since no one's paying attention, I quietly turn around, and before I can move, I feel as though 1,000 grams have been dropped onto my shoulders. Oh no, he got me with the gravity gwab. I can't move. This evil is... Caleb, please. I'm really just going out to buy some snacks. I'll be fine.
It's raining. And did you forget how you came back home injured? That was when you went out to buy snacks too. You should stay here.
It's also the gravity evil? The sound of footsteps stops behind me. A long shadow is cast.
Don't move.
The moment the voice speaks, my blood freezes. It's not because I'm scared. I've heard this voice before. I know his voice. It's considerably not as blown up as I thought it would ever be.
Colonel, I'll immediately start an investigation into her identity.
No need. I'll do it myself.
My mind goes blank. It's as if the noise around me has been filtered out. Caleb. Well, props to them for not making us wait too long for the inevitable reunion. Props to them. Props to them. We do got ads coming up here pretty soon here. I don't have an exact timer on that, but we'll say it'll be here pretty soon. So hopefully it won't interrupt our readings here too much. Empathic interrogation. All right. We're going to be empaths, guys. Yay. Hooray. All right, kids, time for dating tips with Jake. Uh-oh. Lindsay, is this the part of the story where I'm gonna get on my high horse a little bit with some of the stuff that happens? Is this what's gonna happen? If the man uses force on you, run. Yep. Then this is definitely the part I'm thinking about then. I'm forced to sit in a chair used for questioning. Restraints emerge from it to secure my hands and feet. This is the interrogation room on the fleet starship.
The Colonel will question you himself. Good luck.
Is it gonna be a multiple choice question? I forgot my scantrons! Were we supposed to have a proctor? After the door closes, a harsh, incandescent light shines down from above. There. Light mode. And another light behind the one-way glass window opposite of me turns on. I can only see a blurry figure.
I'll start asking the questions. Please cooperate.
Huh? Did you say you're taking suggestions? The icy air in the interrogation room gnaws at my chest. I take a deep breath and try to calm down. Colonel, I'm a small fish. I would know because Raphael calls me that. Why are you personally interrogating me?
You deceived the entire fleet with a fake identity. Can you really be called a small fish? Do you know what happens to people who pretend to be a fleet officer?
They get lit off with a warning and maybe a little slap on the wrist? Despite figuring out who I am, you didn't attack me. Instead, you brought me to an interrogation room. Either I committed a more serious mistake than pretending to be an officer, or I have a secret that piques your interest. IRL, they get promoted. The light behind the glass wall flickers twice, and the silhouette vanishes. He enters the room without missing a beat, his military boots touching the alloyed floor.
If you understand the situation, then let's go ahead and have a nice chat.
Is it really you?
Alright, ads have kicked in. We will be right back shortly in 3 minutes. For those of you on YouTube, just hang out, chill, relax. We will be back shortly. All right, we're back. Ads are over. Appreciate you guys sitting through those. And now it's time for the fated reunion.
Show some respect to the Far Space Fleet's colonel.
That means he's definitely part of that group. How can a stranger look so similar to Caleb? I can't believe it.
Sir, have we met before? You seem familiar.
You're wrong.
But you look exactly like someone I know.
Watch your mouth. There's more than one pair of eyes observing you in this room.
The camera. If he really is Caleb, could there be a secret behind all this?
All right.
Smart move. Good. Let's get started.
If a guy disappears for months without a word, run.
An interrogation, of course, and a thorough inspection.
That's...
My pew
Once we're done
pews!
here, I'll return it to you.
It belonged to someone from my childhood. He died in an explosion, like the one in the Cascade District. I miss him. Sir, can you tell me something? If that person hadn't died, would he support me even now?
In the Far Space Fleet, there are only soldiers and officers.
Then, what about you? Will you support me?
Awful bold
Do
of
what you're
MC to
told
ask
and
that.
Don't cause any trouble. You won't get hurt then.
What's this?
It's a mood tracker. The cameras in this room will scan your iris and facial movements before sending the data straight through a terminal. That, along with the monitor's information, will be analyzed to gauge your emotional stability. In other words, there's a catch. You can't lie, no matter what.
So we're
It's
basically
necessary.
all strung up. We got the
Be
lie
obedient
detector
and
test. We
over
got the
before
mood
you know it.
necklace. Well, you know, if we're being real, it's more of a you know, a mood collar, but we won't get into that. You're in strings now. I guess we are.
Did you pretend to be an officer just so you could investigate the Ether Core? Be honest.
What? He knows about the Ether Core, but...
I don't know.
I told you before, you're not allowed to lie.
I didn't.
Recently, there was a large energy explosion in the N109 zone, related to an Ether Core. At that time, you disappeared without a trace and didn't check in with any organization, but you weren't punished upon your return. Our intel suggests you were in the N109 zone.
I don't understand.
Allow me to remind you that we are in Skyhaven. We're above the clouds, and even the World Evol government has to abide by the fleet. Your survival here, and your chance of being able to leave this place alive, depend on your honesty and willingness to follow my orders. I will ask.
I just wanted to pause here to tease the Caleb girlies for a little bit.
Again, did you come to Skyhaven for the Ether Core?
Is he really Caleb?
Answer me. Remember, the camera is watching. You must tell the truth.
The camera. He's reminding me that there's surveillance, so I can't say anything.
I'm telling the truth. I'm not related to anything involving an Ether Core.
This is your last chance.
I don't know anything.
You passed.
You...
Surprised? Sure, it's been a while, but you already forgot about me?
He was playing her hook, line, and sinker the whole time. Oh, okay. Alright, you son of a...
You... It's you, right? Caleb.
Is there another me in the world? Did I scare you?
No, we thought you were your evil twin Belak.
It is you. Caleb. I must be dreaming.
It's me. It's okay. I'm back.
And surprisingly in one piece. Mostly. Mostly in one piece. Yeah, I figure as much. Yay! We've unlocked Caleb. What's that? Not now. I said not now. They're so needy.
Don't be afraid. It's all right. From now on, we'll be living together.
Grandma. I miss Grandma.
Does this mean we'll never be alone again?
Yes. Starting today, I'll be your grandma.
Grandma. In the empty void I see, everything is like a painting's white background that is seconds away from being drowned in a sea of color. There's one exception. The figure standing before me who is strikingly clear. Who are you again?
It's okay if you've forgotten. I'll remind you.
He holds my hand with a radiant smile. Eyes gleam like sunlight.
I'm Caleb. I'll always be by your side.
My mind returns to the present. All I can see is a grayish-white glow with a metallic chill. Caleb sits opposite me. He reaches for the first aid kit as he holds my wrist, which has marks from the restraint earlier.
Most of the fleet's meds work immediately. It might sting. You need to tough it out.
His tender care is completely different from the cold, intimidating facade he wore in the interrogation room.
What's up?
I need to be sure that it's really you, and that I'm not hallucinating again.
You still can't believe I'm back?
He gently holds my hand.
Do I need to do a formal introduction?
He meets my gaze, and his voice softens as mirth appears in his eyes.
I'm
Not the mirth!
Caleb. I'll always be by your side.
Those familiar words and kind voice are truly unique. I exhale, my racing heart finally calming down. You were scary in that interrogation room, but now... I shake my bandaged wrist, then slam my hand down on the bed next to Caleb. When he's about to stand up, I get in his way again. It's my turn to interrogate you. What happened after the explosion? The police and the Hunters Association had said...
I don't really remember. It was like a dream, to be honest. When I woke up, I assumed it was connected to the ether core.
So you already knew it. Yeah, you know, the blast radius kind of just knocked me all the way up to the space fleet.
I just knew. That's all.
Why didn't you contact me? You're a colonel now? You survived. Why didn't you contact me? And you're a colonel now?
Well...
He turns to look out the window. The night sky resembles a dark flowing river.
If I didn't join the fleet, I would have been abandoned.
Abandoned?
That's just how things work, Pipsqueak. So, I couldn't contact you. I can't bear to imagine you being put through that pain again.
Caleb isn't exactly interested in explaining, so I don't press him. What matters is that he's alive. How's Grandma? How's Grandma? If you're here, she must be okay too, right? Chad, I don't think we're getting Grandma back.
I'm sorry. I couldn't protect both of you.
We're truly without a Grandma. As Caleb's gaze loses some of its light, the faint hope in my heart breaks.
Alright, let's move on. You might start crying again if we don't. We finally reunited. If Gran knew, she'd want you to cheer up.
Caleb closes the first aid kit and stands up. He returns it to the cupboard.
After all that interrogating, shouldn't we relax? You've been running around all day and must be exhausted. Let's get something to eat.
Colonel, the captain of the 3rd Squadron would like to speak with you. He suggested solitary confinement for the traitor you captured.
Come back to me when the bauble around his neck grows a brain.
Yep. Caleb, you're being really strict.
Strict? Me?
His armband shines, maintaining his stern expression. Caleb returns to my side.
I haven't even disciplined you. And your cover's so good that you're living in the officer barracks?
He helps me off the bed. Cradling my injured wrist, he inspects my body from my shoulders down to my waist.
Pack up your stuff. You can stay at my place, you know. I don't live at HQ, so you'll have more freedom to move around.
Awesome. But I'm still a traitor to the fleet. It might be weird if I'm suddenly accompanying a colonel everywhere. He lowers my wrist and taps on the other one. Understanding his intentions, I turn around to let him check my back. It'd draw more attention, so some people might even question your authority.
Hold on. Are you being considerate on behalf of your fellow fleetmates? Or do you actually want me to prove your guilt so you'll be locked up?
Nah, I'm pretty sure she's just bratting. Once the inspection is done, Caleb moves over to face me.
Don't worry. If anyone dares to question your identity, tell them you're my new adjutant.
Oh. So you wanted me to use your influence anyway.
It's an order.
He chuckles, taking off his hat. He places it on my head.
The colonel's whereabouts are classified. The same goes for the people around him. If rumors could threaten me, I wouldn't be wearing this armband.
Caleb's personal aircraft carries us away from Skyhaven's main island, and we go to the surrounding guard stations. Golden sunlight traces the crystalline lines across the viewport. In the cramped cockpit built for two, I tell him everything that happened when we were separated for several months. The researchers being killed one after another, the documents Grandma left behind, and the Aether Core within me. Since Operation Aether Ordeal and the Spatium Core are confidential, I omit the details related to the Association's investigation. Caleb, the one who's pulling the strings as ever. Behind his goggles, Caleb's gaze is unreadable. He grips the control stick and expertly guides the plane through the clouds. Wait, no, MC, don't tell him Silas kidnapped. I don't think she told him that. Maybe. Kinda. I understand. Let me deal with it for now. 10 minutes later, the scenery projected from the starship's camera shifts to a floating, fragmented island. The starship slowly descends and passes through an invisible barrier surrounding the landmass. In front of us is a spacecraft-shaped building.
Here we are.
Ew. Fancy digs. Very Target. The white glow from the entrance lamps disperses the darkness. The entire room is flooded with light. I hang my bag in the closet by the entrance before running my hand along the cabinet. Look at all this dust. Caleb, you didn't invite me over just so I could clean your house, right?
This place is usually empty, and I rarely stay here. Of course, it's not exactly pretty.
I met a time traveler, a fish, Zane needs therapy, and this mafia guy keeps texting me. Well, listen, to be fair, that mafia guy is also like the best at the crane game. And you know, something badass trigger. Yeah, about you know, I rarely stay there. Of course, it's not exactly pretty. That's just single guy life. Move. Holding a few jackets he took from my luggage, he lightly nudges my foot.
Only the toiletries are left. Go ahead and sort out your stuff. Oh, actually, hold on a sec.
After tossing my jackets aside, he takes my finger and presses it on the door's lock.
How long are you staying in Skyhaven? If you're not in a rush, why not extend your leave for a few more weeks?
Hunters don't get summer or winter vacations. Captain generally let me take some time off, but it's not because I don't have anything better to do. My phone is just like, you know, buzzing, like, bzz, 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 you know, with the 4 other guys waiting in the wings.
I almost forgot. You already graduated from Hunter School.
New fingerprint entry completed.
Pick a bedroom you like.
How many does this place have if you're asking me to pick one? I follow Caleb into the living room. The house is spacious, nearly empty in fact. The decor is simple and consists of muted colors. He's really into that millennial gray. Of course, I'm not one to talk. It's devoid of life. Caleb, are you planning to live in Skyhaven?
Why do you ask?
Doesn't this mean we'll be separated again?
You don't want that to happen, right?
I mean... Silas, pathetic. I'll be busy since I'm a hunter. I'm just giving you a heads up in case you'll miss me. I see the thing she's playing here. She's kind of playing that, oh, but I miss you, Caleb. But oh, I'm a little Miss Independent. You don't gotta worry about me. I'm just letting you know in case you might miss me. You know, yeah, playing that game. After navigating through several doorways, I stumble upon a bedroom with comfortable lighting. I stop before it.
Yeah. Without our wanderer-chasing hunter, we'd all be doomed.
I mean, we really would be doomed. When you think about the way the boys handled their business, it's kind of a good thing we're around. Caleb leans against the doorway and looks inside.
You like this room?
It seems cozy.
Okay, then.
His lips curl into that familiar teasing smile as he heads towards the kitchen.
Think about what you want to eat for dinner, and your personal chef will make it.
Really? I catch up to Caleb and jump. I wrap my arms around his neck. And now we put him in the Cobra Clutch. Pass out. Make all your specialties. Braised pork, spicy lotus root, stewed ribs.
Do you actually want to eat all that, or are you just naming all the menu items? You have quite the appetite.
With my weight on him, Caleb pivots before putting me down.
You don't need to help out. Just relax in the living room. Oh yeah, just so you know, that room you claimed is mine.
Wooter. Delicious wooter. Visitation. After dinner, Caleb insists on clearing the table himself. He tells me to rest, and he'll get my bedroom ready soon. I hesitate for a moment before deciding to ask him about the explosion incident. You know, that thing he apparently survived. Just as I reach the terrace, thunder roars from outside. The sound alone makes me jump. Maybe because we're closer to the sky here. Seeing Caleb's busy figure, I calm down a little. Caught by his gentle gaze, the words stick in my throat. I can only say a random sentence. I want a soda. Caleb steps aside, creating a path for me to get to the fridge. Do you want one? He doesn't decline, so I offer him a soda can.
You're gonna move your hand when I try to take it. I'm not falling for that again.
Stop acting like a baby. I'm done with those childish antics. MCU specialize in childish and bratty antics 24/7, 365. Don't even lie, girly pop. Caleb reaches out, but I quickly move my wrist so the soda avoids his fingers. Ha you. Before I can finish, the soda falls from my hands. Caleb effortlessly catches it.
Talk about immature.
We toast, our cans clinking against each other. Another roar of thunder startles me. However, I choke.
Still a scaredy cat?
No. Caleb can't help but chuckle. He pats my back, and as if he's recalling something, he looks out to the window into the night.
I thought you weren't afraid of it anymore.
What do you mean? Caleb sets down the soda and brings up a tablet that controls many of the house's utilities. The curtains are shut, which protects the room from the storm outside.
Remember your astrophobia from when you were little? Didn't you usually hide whenever thunder rolled in?
Hang on. Lost that line. Maybe it was because thunder sounded too much like a wanderer's roar. I was still terrified of it months after the chrono shift catastrophe had ended.
At first, I thought you were playing hide and seek with me. But then I saw you were just frightened.
You always remember the minor details. But eventually, I became immune to it. She lied as naturally as she breathed.
And who should we thank for that?
I look up. With his eyebrow slightly raised, Caleb grins. And reflecting on those memories, I pretend to be clueless. We should thank my resilience.
You ungrateful pipsqueak.
Caleb teases me and pinches my nose. Chuckling at my reaction, he lets go. Of course, I remember that whenever there was a storm, regardless of whether it was during the day or at night, he always stayed by my side. I didn't dare to fall asleep, but Caleb always covered my ears until I dozed off. The thunderstorms trapped him, the most popular kid on the block, inside the house, so he had to seek refuge with me in various hiding places. No one else knew it was me that was trapped home, and Caleb was the one who broke that magical cage. Caleb, why were you always the first person to find me? It didn't matter whether I hid in the closet or the attic.
We probably have a telepathic connection.
Uh-oh. You just got lucky every time.
Yeah, and? Doesn't matter if I'm lucky or not.
What? Chad, I'm just noticing now, but he's got... What purpose do the belts on the outfit serve? What the... Huh? I'm just noticing, like... Sir, why the extra strappage? Sentimentality grazes my heart's surface. My hands that's resting on the fridge subconsciously twitches. Why do I feel awkward all of a sudden? I mean, isn't telepathy usually something twins have? Extra straps just in case. Hey, yo? Like the ones who were involved in this incident. Thinking of those two that were affected by the explosion, my voice lowers. Over the next few days, there wasn't any progress finding Kevy, and his sister Mia is still recovering. Caleb,
You still want to investigate?
Caleb has read my mind. I hesitate for a moment before nodding. Kevy is still missing, and I need to know if Ever is related to the explosion. If Ever is involved, there's a good chance I'll get important info that's connected to the Aether Core. Kevy might have already been marked as their target.
The fleet will handle it. And even if you doubt them, can't you trust me?
Well, granted, you just came back from the dead like less than 24 hours ago. We might need to build up that foundation a little bit, Caleb.
Since you're on vacation, why not just kick back and relax in Skyhaven?
But Caleb? His sister must be worried sick about him right now. She probably wants to be with Kevy again. Immediately, she's already pulling the strings. I'm already your adjutant. I promise not to cause trouble. If anything bad happens, I'll take full responsibility. Ouch! Something hits my head, but it's not a light tap or a smack. Caleb has a serious expression.
What are you even saying? I always have your back. Don't even think about drawing a line in the sand. Take care of yourself. Do that, and you can investigate whatever you want.
So after everything draws to a close, can you come home with me?
I remember you saying you'd be fine by yourself. But it seems like you still want someone with you.
I'll worry about you if we're always separated.
Is that the only reason?
He shifts his gaze down after suddenly using a softer voice. The fridge door is slightly ajar and Caleb's hand rests on it. I'm seemingly trapped in this confined space. Don't stuff me in the fridge, brother! A cool breeze brushes against my shoulders. The faint glow from the refrigerator casts shadows in the depths of his determined, steadfast gaze.
Is it just because I said I'd always be by your side?
I'm
just messing around. What's wrong? Cat got your tongue?
I'll have you know that I am the cat in my relationship with Silas. Feeling the tension dissipate, I pretend to be annoyed as I push him away and change the topic. Move. It's so cold being in front of the fridge. If I get sick, it'll be your fault. Amused, Caleb willingly backs off.
All right. I'll keep my distance. It'll be like there's an ocean between us. You stick to your side, and I'll stick to mine. Don't worry. You won't have to remind me twice.
Caleb is returned to my side. I should be relieved. Happy even. but I tossed and turned in bed that night. As I open my eyes, the bright morning light filters through curtains. A warm glow is cast on the bedside. After staring at the dimly lit ceiling for what feels like an eternity, I wearily get up. The house is silent. It seems Caleb's just left. My breakfast, still warm, is sitting on the dining table. I noticed a note tucked underneath it. Your highest priority is resting and enjoying your meal. Everything else comes second. I smile as I fold the note. When I sit down, I get a voice message.
Did you eat breakfast yet? I'll be sorting some things out with the fleet. I'll pick you up later.
Yeah, okay. I finished eating my breakfast while going over last night's plan in my head. Alright, it's time to visit that medical center. Willow Medical Center, inpatient department, 9th floor, room 903, Mia. Thanks to Caleb's support, I quickly find the place where Mia is recovering in. It's been said that Kevy and Mia are very close. She's the key to finding him.
I'm terribly sorry, Adjutant.
Adjutant.
The patient has just recovered from being in critical condition. Visits are prohibited unless her primary care physician authorizes it. This applies to fleet personnel as well.
Could I speak to the doctor then? The nurse looks me up and down. There's a hint of suspicion in her eyes.
Dr. Jones is busy with meetings with a visiting team of medical specialists. The earliest you can schedule an appointment with him is next week.
Visiting team of medical specialists. Chat, what are the odds that it's probably going to be Zane? I understand. Mia is in a precarious situation right now, but with the hospital's strict security measures, her safety is guaranteed at least. I find myself walking to the elevator, and my gaze falls on the directory sign. The administrative offices are on the 16th floor. If Dr. Jones is in a meeting, he might be on this floor. Ding! The elevator opens. While engaged in hushed conversations, several doctors step out. Guess I can only try my luck upstairs now. Just as I'm about to enter the elevator, a familiar voice cuts through my train of thought like a blade of frost. I called it! Narrative footsteps. I called it. Zane? Zane! Zane! The figure wearing a white lab coat turns around. When our gazes meet, he adjusts his glasses. Surprise flickers in his eyes. Is this the confidential schedule you talked about 2 weeks ago? Don't worry. I'll experience memory loss once I'm back in Lincoln. At the vending machine, Zane gets himself a latte. He gives me a bottle of pear juice.
If I'm not mistaken, a few days ago you said the association ordered you to take leave.
Secret.
However,
Agent girl.
I didn't think a medical center in Skyhaven was a vacation spot.
Well... He slightly tilts his head back to sip his coffee and frowns because it isn't sweet enough. He scans the department signs on this floor.
You don't have to explain why you're here. It's obvious.
I sigh and give Zane a rundown of the incident. I figured I could talk to Mia and see if she knows anything about Kevy.
Mia is no longer in critical condition. She should be able to receive visitors.
Do you know Mia?
Her primary care physician used to be my colleague. He mentioned her during his visit.
Oh.
Since Mia was exposed to a metaflux explosion, I checked her heart to ensure she's all right.
How is she now? Well...
Her physical recovery is going well, but she was badly shaken by the accident. Mia still displays signs of avoiding the outside world.
Uh-oh. She's gonna become a shut-in.
but you talking to her might help ease her nerves.
Guys, get the anime recommendations ready. If it's possible, I'd like to try. Zane taps the folder containing the medical records, then looks at me.
Give me a second. I'll ask.
And by ask, he will mean strongly suggest, ice forming
Dr.
at his
Jones,
fingertips.
You have a moment.
A few minutes pass, then Zane puts his phone away. Under my hopeful gaze, his expression softens as he nods.
Follow me. I'll check on Mia's condition first. And if she's all right, I'll ask her.
After receiving the visitation guidelines, I take a deep breath and follow him into the hospital room. In the pristine white room, a young girl, around 10 years old, sits on the bed. Her face is covered in bandages.
Mia, the nurse said you drank some milk today. That's good.
Mia turns her head without responding. With a blank stare, she looks out of the window. Zane crouches down by the bed. He gently touches Mia's elbow.
Since you listened to the doctor and the nurse, it doesn't hurt as much now?
The little girl slowly blinks, silently acknowledging Zane's words.
While waiting for the pain to go away, do you want a reward?
I want to go home.
Oh, poor girlie. Poor baby. She's a widow baby. Her soft voice, tinged with sorrow, resounds in the quiet ward. My heart feels a faint pang, as if that voice reached out to me, urging me to move closer. However, I hesitate, unsure of how to start a conversation. Seeing that Mia has noticed me, Zane speaks in an even gentler tone which radiates reassurance.
She's my friend. A skilled hunter who saved many children like you.
Huh?
It's unclear which of Zane's words affect her, but she slightly stirs. Hello, Mia. Zane calmly observes, stepping back only when he sees Mia doesn't flinch at my approach. Do you want to talk? Mia hesitates and nods. Relieved, Zane and I exchange looks. Zane leaves the room. On his way out, he taps my hand, silently telling me not to stay for too long. Taking a seat beside the bed, I tenderly hold her hand. Mia, what you went through, I also experienced that. You must be really upset. Her small hand slightly twitches in response to my words. Do you miss your brother, Mia? Her empty eyes flicker with emotion. She's about to cry.
Is he dead?
Aw. Her eyes are filled to the brim with tears. Don't worry, he's probably just hiding.
But I always find him. I can't this time.
Your brother wouldn't just leave you. He probably got into a bit of trouble, you know. Can you tell me what you saw before the explosion happened? I might be able to help. She stares at me. Just as she's about to speak, a knock interrupts us. A person wearing glasses and a dark-colored uniform enters. He has the Far Space Fleet's insignia on his armband.
It seems the Colonel forgot to inform us. What brings you here, Adjutant?
Just asking questions, sharing in a bonding moment about, brothers that went My Little Soda Pop. His scrutinizing gaze watches over me, and I look away. It seems today won't go according to plan. The Colonel has his reasons. Just do your job. I'll stop by next time to avoid any trouble. Just as I'm about to leave, Mia suddenly calls out to me.
Miss?
She retrieves a burnt dog plushie from behind her pillow. She sounds nervous when she speaks.
Thank you for visiting me. Can I give you Lucia as a present?
Chat, we have to protect Lucia with our life, okay? We have to protect Lucia with our entire beings. Lucia, is this dog plushie? Sure. Okay. Do we got... I think we got like one more thing coming up, and I think that's where I'm gonna have to call it. Oop. Hunter's Watch. What are you doing? Cold air? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I clicked on the first thing again. Whoops. I was wondering, like, what the heck's going on? I must have misclicked while I was yawning. Okay. Veiled Sanctuary. And I think this will be our last bit before we go to bed tonight, chat. Cool mist rises slowly from the lawn, leaving only a shadowy outline of the hospital wing's streamlined white architecture. I squeaked the dog plushie named Lucia. I'm genuinely puzzled about what Mia's intent is. Is this just a gift?
Have you made any progress?
Well, she gave me a dog plushie. Zane sits down next to me. He gives me a cup that's filled with a drink. I don't know what it is, though. Is this milk tea, a health drink, or a fruit slushy?
Warm water.
He calmly looks over before lowering his head. Then he gently squeezes the dog plushie's cheek. As usual, he delivers his dry humor with a straight face.
Furrowed brows, pursed lips, and a scrunched up face. All symptoms of severe dehydration.
There's no way my face is... I quickly relax my expression, but my brows furrow again upon seeing Lucia.
Mia clung to this plushie from the site of the explosion at the medical center. Now it's with you. What did she say?
I said I'd help her find her brother.
Kevi?
Zane pauses, his thoughts drifting for a moment before he shifts slightly. His tone becomes more solemn.
Something or someone must be behind his disappearance. However, by getting involved, you'll have to confront people who are also searching for him.
Mm-hmm. I know. While the Fire-Space Fleet dealt with this culprit behind the explosion, the whole thing feels too similar to what happened to me. I'm not sure, but Ever must be involved somehow. Kevi must have something they're after, or there's a secret they're desperate to keep hidden.
The closer you are to the truth, the closer you are to danger. If you truly thought this through.
Yeah. Once they make their move, there'll be a second time and then a third. I can't just stand there and watch the same tragedy repeat itself with these two.
Aside from Ever, there's another curious matter.
Oh?
I studied in Skyhaven and worked at Willow Medical Center for a while. As a result, I'm familiar with the general atmosphere of this place. But I've noticed how different it is from what I remember.
What are you trying to say?
The fleet.
Oh.
Back then, the fleet wielded a considerable amount of influence beneath a modest facade. They spent most of their time carrying out exploration missions in the deep space tunnel. A majority of the people who worked here for 7 to 8 years had never seen what their vessels looked like. This sort of large-scale operation where their forces have been deployed on the ground is unprecedented.
If there's another reason, even if there's another reason behind the fleet's large-scale operation, with so little information available to me, it's hard to determine their role in the incident. I'll keep a close eye on the situation, but for now, I need to find Kevi as soon as possible. He's been missing for a while now and could be in danger. Zane nods and looks up at the dark clouds in the sky.
Did you find any leads?
It's been weeks since the explosion. The fleet must have searched through every nook and cranny of the explosion site and the surrounding area. If they can't find him, Kevy must have either been taken away by someone or hiding in an even more secluded place. While the latter seems unlikely, I look at Lucia's big, wide eyes. Did Mia give me a clue?
Let me take a look.
I give Lucia to Zane. He scrutinizes it for a moment before tugging its charred tail. There's a burst of static before a voice crackles from the plushie.
Where are you hiding? I'm done playing.
Aww.
Mia, you're so silly. I'm in our secret base.
But we said not to hide in the secret base. You're cheating.
Noticing my surprised gaze, Zane places Lucia back into my lap and strokes its head.
I've seen similar toys with sick children.
I knew it was a smart move to turn into a doctor. I carefully pull Lucia's tail and listen to the conversation again. Then I realize something. Maybe Kevy hasn't been taken away. He might be hiding. Is this secret base his hiding place? I turn back to look at Zane and speak.
Don't. I'm tired of hearing that.
Too bad, thank you. I'll buy you dessert. When we're back at Lincoln, I'll buy you the latest item on Maltosio's dessert menu. I suddenly recall how Zane had taken several consecutive days off after returning from Chancia, something he rarely does. You've already used up some of your vacation time. Will you be busy later? I can get the dessert to go and give it to you at the hospital instead.
This is the first time I've heard of someone inviting another out for dinner by using a complaint.
It's what I specialize at. I'm afraid I'll bother you when you're busy. Zane slowly leans back, studies me for a moment, and then reaches for the cup of warm water. His expression remains indiscernible.
I suppose what you need isn't water, but something that's more than lukewarm.
What do you mean? Noticing my confusion, Zane slightly tilts his head and responds with a smile that carries amusement and resignation.
We both have to deal with challenges, one after another. If we want to see each other, then there will be moments like this where we can sit together, no matter how hectic things get.
He lifts Lucia's head, and the plushie stares at me with its dewy black eyes.
Once you help Mia, take some time to think about what you'd like to eat with me.
Aww. Following the explosion, the Far Space Fleet uses Wanderers as their reason for sealing off the area and evacuating all residents within a 2-kilometer radius. Maybe the week-long search has led them to believe Kevy is no longer in this neighborhood. No fleet soldiers are stationed here tonight. The charred ground reveals several sets of footprints are all disorderly. Many have passed through this place. Kevy. As I enter a backyard, I see a scorched swing set and a slide that's been reduced to a metal frame. I pause before carefully tugging Lucia's tail. If Kevy is still around, he might hear this. After a few minutes, I notice faint sobbing. Suddenly, a familiar energy fluctuation ripples through the air. Behind the shrubs, a terran reality. About half a meter wide, it materializes. A timid little boy emerges. He's hesitating. Realizing I'm not his sister, he tries to run away, but I quickly call out to him. Wait! Mia sent me! The boy freezes. He turns around, but his head is still lowered. He's unwilling to meet my gaze.
You shouldn't come any closer. Don't look at my face.
Oh no!
Have I become a monster?
He's getting crystallized! Granulated crystals seem to be growing around his eye sockets, almost engulfing his whole face. A few months ago, I saw this sort of phenomenon in the N109 zone with those monsters in Chancia City. Maintaining my composure, I touch the crystals on his face. A sharp pain shoots through my palm, but the growth stops. Just as I thought. I've seen this before. You're not a monster. You're just ill and need to get treated as soon as possible. She's recovering in the medical center. And after the surgery was over, there haven't been any problems. I take Kevy's hand and wipe away his tears. Right now, she's worried about you, Kevy. Can you tell me what happened on the day of the explosion? How did you manage to stay hidden? The secret base you have with Mia. Comforted by my words, he stops sobbing. Slowly, he withdraws his hand and reveals something to me. In the center of his palms is a tiny crystal fragment. This is... A familiar energy reverberates in my heart, and I slowly exhale. It's the last spatium core fragment we've been looking for.
When the explosion happened, Mia and I were playing hide and seek. I was in our secret base while she was outside. She couldn't find me. I was hiding for a couple of minutes. Then I heard a loud bang and blacked out. I was protected by this thing that Mom and Dad left.
Kevy looks down at his palm. The protocore fragment emits a gentle, soft glow. Your parents left this?
Yeah. They also said I need to take care of Mia. And that I shouldn't be found and use this to hide whenever I'm in danger.
So this fragment can create a space, the secret base you and Mia talked about. Lowering his head, he nods.
After the explosion, I slept for a long time. And when I woke up, I wanted to find Mia, but there were people outside looking for me.
Who were they?
I don't know, but they were dressed like Mom and Dad.
So it sounds like Mom and Dad were fleet officers.
Mom and Dad said that when they're not around, I shouldn't trust those people or go with them. I can't trust anyone.
This must mean Kevy's parents knew there were people in the fleet who wanted to harm them. I bet others groups are also involved. At this point, letting the fleet find Kevy might not be for the best. I touch the black crystal on Kevy's face. He slightly flinches from the pain. But even if we only consider his health, Kevy can't stay here anymore. Maybe having him leave Skyhaven temporarily is the only way to ensure his safety right now. In that case, the Hunters Association, which has been kept out of these events since the beginning, will be a reliable safe haven. I know you're in danger, and that you really want to see Mia now. But you need to keep this fragment safe and hold on for one more day. I'll make the necessary arrangements and return to you as soon as I can. Kevy is quiet for a moment, then he pats Lucia's head and nods.
Can you tell Mia something for me? I'm okay. Tell her not to worry.
Alright, I think that is a good place to stop for now. Leave us a little bit of a cliffhanger for when we come back on Thursday. Alright. Whew. We covered a lot of ground today, getting close up with the last chapter, getting into this one, so I think we're gonna do good at catching up for this this week, I'd say. Woo-wee. Alright, shut that off. Yeah. Alright, well, now it's time for us to say our goodnights and also look at raiding out to one of our friendos for the night. Really appreciate you guys choosing to spend a couple hours with me as we go through this lads catch-up stream tonight. Well, this week, because we got 3 more streams to go. Holy cow. Any hoodles. Let's see, who do we want to raid into? Who do we want to send you guys to hang out with? I'd say... Don't mind me just looking. I'm just looking. Alright. You know what? I know what we're going to send you to. Okay. Yep, we're going to go ahead and send you guys on over to Miss Meow Meow. Ah, damn it. Ads, no, why? Okay, we'll wait till the ads are over. Or actually, no, we'll just go. We'll just type it in chat. You over to... Yeah, so you guys have a great rest of your night. I will catch up with you on Thursday. And, yeah, we'll do more of the story and just keep on rolling with that. Again, really appreciate it. Be sure to say hi to Weow for us over here. And again, let me remind you that if you haven't already, please join the Discord where we can hang out, talk there, get caught up. Otherwise... Yeah, otherwise, then we're just going to go and say goodnight to Weow. All right? Have a great one.